Down on her luck and saddled with debt, Emily gets involved in a credit card scam that pulls her into the criminal underworld of Los Angeles, ultimately leading to deadly consequences. First of all, the overall concept of the movie is relevant, especially at this time. Unfortunately, the movie is a mixed bag. The acting, especially from the two leads, are good. Sadly, everything else is lacking. The story about an art student who turns to crime is a thin character study. The camera often is focusing on Emily's face, but the character feels really distant as we don't quite get a look at what's underneath. The movie taps into familiar territory with a strong pair of lead performances, but so lightly and blandly that it barely skims anything off the top. The movie seems to copy some 1970s thriller template, but without using the familiar beats in any appealing ways. There's some detailed texturing early on when Emily is folded into the criminal world that keeps the movie interesting for a while. Unfortunately, the movie stumbles in the second half as it mostly seeks to further increase the tension and danger of Emily's situation. The actual execution of the escalating crimes are low-key and relatively dull, thanks in part to overly telegraphed turns and a close-up handheld camera that doesn't quite capture the urgency it wants to evoke. The tension is inconsistent, rising and falling, rather than maintaining any logical build-up. Each shot becomes repetitive and is devoid of creativity, visually bland without any recognizable style tying them together. The storyline throughout is all over the place, and the editing should have been tighter in order to really grab hold of the audience's attention. There's an unnecessary detour from the main story that takes up too much time, leading to an ending that's unjustified. The strong performance from the two main leads still unable to elevate the story to reach any potential it has due to the lackluster script. It's unfortunate that the movie doesn't spend much time longer on the two characters to flesh out their complicated and quickly shifting dynamic, as these crime partnerships feels rather shallow. The movie doesn't have much punch by its quick and easy end, as the movie eventually arrives in its crowd-pleasing conclusion. Who's the real criminal in a broken economic system? The film says everyone, but it never dares to answer the follow-up question: does Emily alone deserve a pardon? We're supposed to sympathize with Emily because she never wanted to be a criminal, but the scam Emily got into makes her a criminal, and her crimes have victims, people she hurts by only caring about herself. Overall, despite having a good acting, this movie is still a disappointment. It's not really worth your money to watch this in theaters. Just wait on your streaming service.